Welcome! Today's topic is parallel thirds on the second and first string in the key of C. Now, a third is an interval, and that's the distance between two notes. If we're talking about an interval of a third, we're talking about the distance between three notes. Say, for instance, the note C. If I go up three notes stepwise to D and to E, the distance between C and E is a third. Now we have two types of thirds. We have a small third and a bigger third. We don't use small and big. We use major for the bigger one and minor for the smaller one. So when we did this, we found out that a whole step, which is 2 frets, and another whole step, 2 frets, equals 4 frets in terms of distance. We call that a major third. So from the note C to the 5th fret on the second string is the note E, and that is 4 half steps and 2 whole steps. Okay, so far so good. But if we diminish the third by 1 fret, that would be a step and a half. It'd be a whole step followed by a half step. It's from C to D and D to the note E flat. Yep, that is the definition for major and minor thirds. Now, if we play 2 notes together and their distance between them is 3, we would call that a third in terms of a chord sound. That's a major third, okay? And if I was fingering the open first string, it would look a little bit like this with 1 and 2. Or it could be 2 and 3, or it could be 3 and 4 in terms of fingering. As we go up the fretboard, we're going to see that shape on the second and first string and throughout most of the notes on the guitar as a major third. In contrast, when we go up from C to D and we go 3 notes above D, which would be F, D, E, F, then that on the first string would look like this. Here's F and here's D. And that's a minor third. Yeah? From D to F is a whole step plus a half step. That's 3 half steps. Okay, so now we're going to go up the fretboard, the sequence of notes that we would expect. Let me first, though, kind of show you a little bit about the notes on the guitar in case some of this confused you. So if I'm doing a scale from C to C, an octave from this C, which is on this second at the top space on the second string, 13th fret, that note is written above the staff with 2 lines, okay? So if I'm going up the scale and I'm doing that, it would sound like this. C, D, all on the second string, E, that's 5th fret, F, G, then A, B, and C. So far so good? Excellent. Now, if I were to add thirds above those tones, I would have a shape that would include this one for the first one. That's this note C and the note E. Of course, we're not going to do it on the second string. We'll do it on the first string so we can play them together. That's C and E. That's a third. That's D and F. That's a minor third. Notice the shape difference can be done with 1 and 3 or 1 and 4. Move it up 2 frets. E and G. Move it up 2 frets. And now I've got the note F and A. Now you might not have noticed this. I'm going to point it out here. The first finger went up 2 frets from G to A, but the third finger only moved up 1 fret. This is on the 6th fret, so this is a major third. 2 more frets above this, we have G and B, and then we're going to have A and C. Okay, let's take a quick review of this. Starting here in first position. C and E, major third. D and F, minor third. Move up to 3rd position, E and G, minor third. Move up to 5th position, F and A, notice the distance, major third, sorry, and now G and B, major third, and the last one we're going to do right now is going to be A and C. Yeah. Now if I kept on going up, I would go from A here to the note B, that'd be on the 12th fret, and there we have D on the first string, and you can tell that by that shape, yes, a minor third, and the last one on the 12th position, we have on the 13th fret C and E, an octave above the one we started with. So a full octave going with thirds above it. So applying what we just learned, let's create a melody. We'll do it on string 1, and let's play the note open E, that'd be first position. Then we'll go to third position for G, and then F, and A, and then G, F, E, and we'll have our thirds, C and E, E and G, D and F, F and A, E and G, D and F, and E and C. That sounds rather nice. Okay, let's go all the way up to the 8th fret for the note C, and we'll do a minor third there. And then down 1 fret to 7th position with a G and B. And we'll repeat G, F, and E. And we'll repeat again from the beginning. C and E, E and G, D and F, F and A, and E and G, D and F, and C and E. And we'll go back up to 8th position with the A and C. And we'll go up this time to 2 frets in 10th position, B and D. And we'll end with C and E. And that's an octave higher than, yeah. Okay, all together. You can play along with me if you'd like. Okay, so as you can tell, if we had that as our melody, we could harmonize it using nothing but parallel thirds, and it would sound rather nice. So this is one way of harmonizing, just using intervals. We're going to take the same idea, C and E, and we're going to bring the E down an octave. Using the rule of 9, bringing the E down an octave, that's 8 notes there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, will also be 6 notes lower than the note C. So the inversion, when we take an interval and we turn it upside down, of a third is a 6th. And we could have that same melody on the 4th and 2nd string. But this will be another video coming up soon, so you can see how you can take a melody, harmonize it using thirds, and also using 6ths. Okay, if you have questions, you'd like to add a comment, please do, and you're always welcome to email me at